Welcome back channel, FIFA Mobile. Alright, finally I hit 1.3 billion, right? So, and of course I got that player of 111. Before that is 109. Alright, so really happy we got these players here from the UTOTS or the TOTS event itself. So with that, we managed to swap out the ST that I have, and I managed to sell for about 50 million. That's why I achieved the 1.3 billion. All right, so now is the moment we're waiting for claiming this player, the ST111. All right, so let's enjoy this magical moment. Alright, although I could have exchanged him together with the other two players in the lineup for a 112, but I don't think I'm going to do that. The three numbers of 111 is really precious to me. Exchanging for a 112 doesn't really make sense. What I'm always doing is to use players that cannot be tradable in the market for my own lineup. And then I'm going to sell my players that I could, basically swapping in, like for example this ST currently is selling for 50 million. I'm going to swap in my latest ST that I've just obtained for 111 ST, and with that four lineups already replaced, I'm going to move the 110 or so-called the upgraded 115 ST to the market. Then of course that will brings me to the transfer page, which I'm going to transfer it to my new ST, and that will +5. Alright, so that's 116 and has a very good stats there. Superb speed, I'm really appreciative of that, and of course the skill boost that I have, so I do not really need to spend a single coin or dime to basically upgrade him. So with that, I think I'm good to go with the new player on board, and of course with that sold, managed to get 1.3 billion. All right, so very quickly I'm sharing with you the gameplay with this new ST on board. First, I think let's go with the very short 10 minutes gameplay, or so-called the time. The requirement of 2 of the UTOTS matches to be played on a daily basis. Let's see whether I get a chance to use the new ST to score a goal. If I couldn't, I'm going to share with you later on more opportunities, be it in the match or the H2H itself. Alright, so just very quickly going to end this match itself. It's just a very short one, but the fact is you really have to score a goal, otherwise you'll be dragging your feet into the extra time. So with that, we managed to score a header in. That's really great, really happy with that, especially this new ST on board. With this, we will conclude this very short 10 minutes game play here, and I'm going to do one more round later on to complete a daily requirement. Fighting in the H2H is really tough, especially in the challenge, but with the speed that this player could bring about, I think that's really important. Something you got to take note, especially playing H2H, is that this new ST physical is not there. So if you expect him to run throughout the 90 minutes, he may not be able to perform that well. Header wise is really good. Speed wise is really good, of course power shot and whatnot, but in terms of physical, you really have to watch out. So be ready to bring in your subs for ST, or you could let him come in as the second half. It's up to you, but normally I put it in the best team in the first half, so I'm going to bring in a preparation of a sub which I have at P.LOH in preparation for him to rest at the second half itself. Alright, so very quickly let's enter into the second match of the day. Same thing, easy 10 minutes game, as long as you score a goal, and we can finish it off really fast. Time and again, AI match rigged is expected. So just be patient. If you can't, forfeit the game and try again. There's no penalty on that, so just make sure you do that. Otherwise, if you're lucky, like what I just did, you will just be maintaining a very short gameplay, and that will bring us towards the end of this requirement. Something we got to take note, make sure you have claimed all you needed, because it's coming to an end finally, this dreadful glitchy event, which made really a lot of people frustrated, especially people who have played for so long. The fact that there are so many people out there with the very high OVR players of 119, 120, all thanks to the glitch given by EA programmer, which ought to be punished. Unfortunately, they compensate us with just 2 players of, I think, 114 and 112, and they thought that would matter. That wouldn't matter anymore, but I don't think that work out, because you are faced with competitors with a full team of 119, 1120. There's no way we can win VSA. H2H probably depend on skill play, but VSA no chance. So I'm not doing really well in the VSA, all thanks to AA. So with that, we would have accumulated a number of UTS points, probably bring you more, couple of 100,000 each time you spend those 20 UTS packs. If you're lucky, you may get something else. Most of the time, it's coin packs and nothing else. Okay, so with that, very quickly, you're going to claim whatever you could. Make sure before the expiry of the event, otherwise, it all goes to waste. Community points, I think, may be going to waste. Again, thanks to the EA lousy programmers who doesn't really bother leave it open. You can't do trading as well. Nothing can be done so far. We've left with a day. I don't think they'll be bothered to solve your problem and mine. End of the day, they have create this big glitch problem. I don't think they have resources to try to solve simple things like the community points trade in. So again, it's time wasted playing all this community, but nothing comes to the fruition. So with that, now back to this H2H. As you can see, it's not easy to play H2H. It needs a lot of patience, and at the same time, some skill involved for sure. Most of the time, it's also about luck, whether is it rigged in your favor or not. So sometimes getting within the first 50 minutes, you got a goal. That means it's in your favor. Otherwise, like mine, it is not. Right? So you got to really fight hard, and hopefully within the first half you get back another goal for equalizer, which I did. With that, there may still be a fighting chance. All right, so let's quickly and see how that work out for my H2H right now. So like we have already gotten the required players of high OVR wherever possible, but nonetheless, I'm not going to spend a single coin in upgrading the team. Even the skill boost I'm not doing yet, because I've not affirmed which are the final members in my team. The season will be coming to an end really soon. I appreciate that info from the friends in the YouTube. But nonetheless, I'm not spending my 1.3 billion any player for now. The fact that I believe prices will be more reasonable later on if EA does bother to adjust that at the last moment. If not, at least I'll be using the 1.3 billion to get higher OVR players and then have a final good team before the end of the season. Of course, there are school of thoughts. One, why not enjoy the players while you still have a couple of months to play? Two, for me, I thought it's more important is to achieve the highest OVR possible for every single season. That's the reason why I'm still keeping it, although it may not be as enjoyable, especially you are faced with very tough opponents. But that being said, that doesn't mean that if you have spent that 1.3 billion, you get a few good players, maybe really good players, maybe one or two, 600 million each, and then what? You may be facing an even harder opponent because it's rigged, right? Don't forget about that. And that doesn't really bother you. Then you could go ahead if you have good amount of savings. There are people who are already saying that they couldn't do anything about it because it's too expensive in the market, but EA is not listening at all. So here we have ended the good match at 3-1. Alright, so thank you for watching. Do like and subscribe, and hope you get your players you require. Goodbye.